Welcome to this week's show of the Talk TV. I'm your host, Captain Emmanuel Mwenda, and this week we have a very interesting topic for you. We want to talk a lot about road etiquette, the way you would while going for dinner in a very expensive restaurant. This is very important because it affects everybody who drives on the road, whether you do it for fun, for business, or just to get to point B from point A. So, what are some of the things that we should consider while driving? Well, I'll talk only about 3 before we go into our Guru Misha segment and also our Info Center segment, which will come immediately after this. So, we'll be right back. So, our first road etiquette goes to those guys who have cars that do not go too fast, and for also the drivers who go very slow. Please, if you know you're driving on the highway, there's one rule you need to consider, and that is keeping to the left lane unless overtaking. It's very it gets on my nerves when you're on the extreme right lane, which is supposed to be the fastest lane, and you're coming across somebody who is going not even at 100 kilometers per hour, not even at 80 kilometers per hour, but less than that. Yes, I'm talking to you lorry drivers who should be obeying the speed limit of 80 and other people who do not love going fast. Please keep to the left lane. It will save a lot of traffic jams and accidents, as well as keep the road as organized as possible. Simple. Hello. Okay. So, our second road etiquette, using the phone while driving. As much as many people are very comfortable in taking the phones while driving, this is highly discouraged because it will distract you from your driving. The only other way you should be able to use your phone while driving is if your car has an inbuilt Bluetooth device that helps you talk to the phone without you looking at your phone, or if you have a Bluetooth device in your ear or a speaker device that can help you use hands-free only. That is the only time. Otherwise, texting and driving, worst ever habit ever, because not only will you be able to not see the road, you won't be able to concentrate, and your eyes will not be where they're supposed to be, and this will eventually turn out to be nasty. According to videos which you're about to see, you'll see that some of the accidents are caused by just texting and calling and just using the phone while driving. While some of them can become quite deadly, we hope that you can be able to stop these bad habits so that you can save more lives on the road and be able to ensure safety of the cars of the people who are in your car as well as around your car.
What are you afraid of missing today? A 2-second glance doubles the risk of crashing. So what are you really missing? A 2-second glance means you miss what really matters. Everything else can wait.
For those who don't know, signal lights are a very important part in driving. There are brake lights, signal lights, and reverse lights, as well as lights that illuminate the road way in the front there. So brake lights help in telling people when you're slowing down. This way they can be able to give you the distance for you to brake without them rear-ending your behind. Also, turn signals help in telling people where you intend to turn. And sometimes in Kenya, some people have a nasty habit of putting the opposite signal light when they're trying to tell the person behind them to overtake, of which it can be a bit confusing because other people behind you may think you're turning to the left while they are being told to overtake. So please avoid such habits. If they want to overtake, they will overtake. Just use the signal lights, the turning signal lights, to show where you want to go next. And also the reverse lights, which is something very basic. Make sure that they are working, because when you start reversing, you need to make sure guys behind you know that you're moving backwards and not forwards, because of course majority of the time the car moves forward. But once when you're about to move backwards, you really need people to know so that you don't run them over. Basic science. Welcome to this week's Information Center. I'm your host, Captain Manu Mwenda.
And Nico.
So, without further ado, you can tell us what you have for us today.
I have the Subaru Viziv 7 concept car.
Subaru Viziv.
Viziv.
Okay.
And PSA and Eurasia come together to an agreement on a new assembly plant for Peugeot in Kenya.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's all good news. So let's start with the assembly plant first.
Okay, so PSA and Eurasia have come together as an agreement to open an assembly plant in Kenya to manufacture Peugeot brand.
So these guys
models.
are from Europe, or
Yeah.
they are European car automakers?
PSA is a multinational French company which manufactures brands, which handles manufacturing of brands like motorcycles, Citroën and Peugeot.
So now they are co-joining, they're actually joining hands with
with Eurasia. Eurasia is the one which handles all the distribution of Peugeot models in Kenya.
Okay, so now they're doing a collabo to have a plant like the way VW.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us more about this.
So it should start in June, and PSA is pumping 1.2 billion shillings into the project, so that will enable 1,000 units production per year, starting June.
That is actually quite impressive. 1 billion, not
One
less
point-
than
yeah.
1 billion
Yeah.
shillings in the Kenyan economy.
Yeah.
To say the least, that's actually some
Yeah.
pretty good money.
It's going to allow for employment opportunities, at least 200. I should give you a bit of history, but this is not the first time that Peugeot has been assembling cars in Kenya.
Yeah.
They did so from 1974 till 2003, and then they took a moratorium. So this is the second time. Yeah, this is the comeback now.
It's so more or less like VW, right?
Yeah.
It's like there was a time in our Kenyan history when
Yeah.
it was too dark for even guys in the manufacturing
Yeah, to
succeed
say,
and
yeah.
make profits and all that.
Yeah.
So now they're coming back after saying it's a favorable time to invest in Kenya.
Yeah.
And more so because we will export these cars to the market.
Yeah. Basically, we are opening the market here in Kenya to interior purchasing instead of importations.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that means we'll decrease the number of cars we import,
yeah,
particularly for Peugeot.
particularly for Peugeot, because right now we have two models that are going to be brought out. These are the Peugeot 508, the one which you see with the NTSA and not NTSA, law enforcement. I see it.
The one that has really beautiful
the saloon
behind lights and all.
Yeah. That's a nice
Yeah.
And the mid-level crossover segment, what's it called? 3008 SUV.
I don't think I've ever seen a SUV.
I've seen a 4008 administration police vehicle, but it looks just the same. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's good news about Peugeot. I hope we'll also be exporting it to Tanzania, Uganda, and the like.
Definitely.
All right. So let's go to this other piece of information we have.
The Subaru Viziv 7 concept.
Viziv.
Viziv.
Viziv XTI.
Yeah. So this is an entry into the mid-level crossover segment, and it's not the first time that Subaru has done the Viziv 7, nor the mid-level crossover segment. They used to have the Tribeca. You remember the Tribeca?
Yeah, I remember the Tribeca. I wasn't a huge fan of the Tribeca. Mostly because it looked like
it didn't look good.
Yes, that's all.
So it was here from 2006 to 2014, the Tribeca. Then I think they just backed out.
Yeah.
Now there's the Viziv 7. The Viziv 7 was a concept car that should have come out in 2013. It was brought out in the Geneva Auto Show. Then next time in the Tokyo 2015 Auto Show. Then there are rumors now that it's coming out this year. In June.
I've gotten a look at the particular Viziv Subaru, and I must say it's just a stunning.
It looks
vehicle.
awesome, yes.
It looks amazing. I hope that they'll be able to come also with an amazing package for it.
So far, what we have, we can only delve so much into exterior looks because that's what we know. The interior and the performance are a bit hazy, but what I can tell you about the exterior is that it looks very imposing. The fog lights are massive, the grille is massive, the fog lights look like hexagonal, look very nice, look very classy. Tail lights look trapezoidal, they look like a Range Rover, like 2016 Range Rover. Yeah. What else about the Viziv? Apart from being a 7-seater, it says it's very good for that segment.
So it looks like, guys, actually the new auto car, not new, but the automakers are trying to get this market where there's like the Vanguard.
Subaru is just known for sedans and wagons. Yeah.
So guys are actually going into the market of the 7-seater because I think there's a growing demand in such type of vehicle.
Yeah, but they've not done it successfully before. The Tribeca was not very successful, let's say. Yeah. For the engine, the Tribeca, the Viziv 7 has been, there are rumors that it could have a 2.5, but it would be very underpowered.
Okay, considering that also, you can, I should think that the direct competitor of one of the competitors should be the new Discovery 2017 Range Rover, which came out also this year. No, last year in September. It's a stunning vehicle. So guys are actually entering the 7-seater segment, which is already flooded, but Subaru, it's not too late for Subaru, but I think they should do something great.
Yeah, they should do something very, very good. So more on the engine, they may go the current trend, which is underpower the engine to a smaller capacity and waongeze three electric motors or something like that. Yeah, that's the second.
Like a hybrid or something.
Yeah, it's going to have like one electric motor on the front, two in the back.
Okay, which is funny because with the explosion of electric vehicles like Tesla, there's a new one that's coming that's called Lucid Air that is quite impressive in performance. I think now guys are starting to see the importance
of fuel economy and stuff.
The trade-offs you can get when you put the hybrid engine
in another
car. Because no lag, instant torque. There's so many things.
100 bob to Naivasha.
100 bob to Naivasha, I know. PL? No. Water or petrol? Water or Naivasha. Okay. So that's it about the Subaru Viziv.
That's all we have for. Okay, in interior we have not much about material quality. Obviously, we don't know that much.
Yeah.
So infotainment, maybe there'll be a big, large screen in front. The center console should be, which should take care of navigation, communication, entertainment, stuff like that. Another smaller screen on top of it for temperature and fuel economy, I think. Other than that, it's going to be a 7-seater, so the second row, the seat backs may be manual or powered. I'm not sure right now. And roofing vents. That's all we have.
So what we're doing right now in terms of the interior and the performance, we're kind of speculating on what we've had Subaru kind of. And okay, then that should be something we should be looking forward to in 2017, right? All
Definitely.
Right. Then I think that's it.
That's it.
And there you have it, folks. It's the Subaru
Viziv 7.
Yeah, Viziv 7, and also the coming back of Peugeot, and we are happy about that. And that's all we have for you in this info center. It's a wrap.